Happy Monday, it's Peaches here. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. Mine was lazy, went by extremely fast, even faster than usual. Yesterday, I spent all day up until around 4 o'clock just playing Far Cry 4. I didn't even get out of my pajamas till about 4, and then I was like, okay, I'm starting to feel gross. I'm staring at a screen for too long. I usually do this during the week when I'm doing the show. I should get away from my computer, so I ended up cleaning, listed a couple things on Facebook Marketplace. So yeah, I did some productive things. I cleaned my kitchen a little bit. Yeah, that's about it. So yeah, if you want to get a hold of me, you can over at 208-535-1015. Let's start off the show with something nice and cheerful, huh? Kaylin Felthager, I believe that's how you say her name, Kaylin Felthager. She was driving home from Walmart. She felt a headache coming on. I hate that feeling. Did what she always did, stretched her neck until it cracked, but this time a sharp pain hit immediately, stuck around for days. She brushed it off until things suddenly escalated. She was doing her makeup. A bright light flashed in her eye. Her vision disappeared. Soon after that, her right side went numb. She couldn't speak. At the hospital, doctors discovered she had suffered a stroke caused by an artery dissection from that neck crack. Thankfully, she's made a full recovery, but she's sworn off neck cracking for good. My biggest fear from the whole AFib heart thing that happened back in 2023 is to all of a sudden have a stroke. And so any single time my hand goes numb, whatever it may be, I all of a sudden, like, I will pull out the camera on my phone, make sure my face isn't drooping. There was that one time last week that I thought, oh no, my right arm is going numb. Turns out it was just my hand kind of going to sleep just because it was in an odd position where it was getting pinched. But I was freaking out thinking my whole right arm was going numb. So I started swinging it like Pete Townsend from The Who, and I hit my hand on the disco ball here in the studio. The disco ball is safe. I still have the cut on the top of my middle knuckle from that stupid mistake that I made, just swinging my arm in circles in here like an idiot. And yeah, after reading the story, I never want to crack my neck ever again. So next time I have a stiff neck, I'll just live with it. Concerts are coming to the area once more, coming up in 8 days. As a matter of fact, Ghost will be at the Delta Center in Salt Lake, February 10th. We gave away tickets for that show. All the winners for that contest should have their tickets by now. And I know Jade, Victor, and Maddie from down the hall, they're going to be at the show as well. I have already seen Ghost a couple of times. I'm sitting this one out, but I'm very excited for that show coming to the Delta Center as well, February 22nd. Bad Omens, Beartooth, and President. I'm going to try my best to make it to that one. That's a stacked lineup. I have never seen Beartooth live. Obviously, I've never seen President live because I think they've only done like festival appearances until now. Like, this is their first U.S. tour as an opener, which I'm very excited to see them. And Bad Omens, they're fantastic. Saw them once, but with Noah when he had that bad voice. So yeah, there's that whole thing. All the shows that are coming to the area are posted on our concert calendar at riverbendmediagroup.com/calendar. There's no need to memorize that link because you can just find the concert calendar on the K-Bear 101 app. It's right there on the menu. You click on it, takes you directly to it. You just got to filter out all the other stuff, put rock shows, and boom, there's over 80 different shows. I talked about it last week. Sabaton unfortunately canceled their tour, so had to take that one off of there. But I'm sure there's going to be a ton more added as we get closer and closer to springtime, summer, fall. I feel like 2026 is going to be stacked. I mean, it's already looking that way. Like I said, with already over 80 shows on that concert calendar at riverbendmediagroup.com/calendar. Shout out to this band, Nine Inch Nails. Not only are they going to be in Salt Lake City on March 13th at the Vivint Arena. No, it might be the Delta Center. The Vivint Arena is the Delta Center, I believe, or the Maverick Center. I believe it is the Delta Center. One of the centers in Salt Lake City. Nine Inch Nails is going to be at on March 13th. This song won them a Grammy, As Alive as You Need Me to Be on Peach's Pit Party. I honestly love this idea. This 49-year-old man in Utah named Skip Boyce, he has decided the only way he can truly overhaul his health is by locking himself in a room for an entire year. He currently weighs 315 pounds. He has turned his bedroom into a self-contained isolation room where he'll sleep, work out, eat, and live stream his progress 24/7 on YouTube. There's even a link here. I want to click on it, but I'm afraid an ad will start playing right as I'm talking here on the air. His wife and 4 kids are surprisingly on board. She'll deliver food to the door while he focuses on hitting big goals, including dropping to 205 pounds, learning a new language, even mastering pull-ups. Skip says he's doing this because modern life constantly distracts him. Isolating himself is the only way he can fully reset, build lasting habits. I mean, I kind of want to do the same thing. If I could do this show from maybe like one room where there's a massive gym behind me and a nice little kitchen where I can make healthy meals and I only have healthy ingredients in there, I would love to do exactly that. Oh man, that'd be awesome. I currently weigh 360 pounds around there. And it was really sad when I was watching the Royal Rumble on Saturday and there's all these big dude wrestlers coming out. And it says their weight right there on the bottom of the screen. And I'm like, wow, I'm 30 pounds heavier. And they're calling this dude like a massive behemoth. I'm like, man, but they're like 330 pounds the right way. You know, there is a right way. They have a whole lot more muscle compared to me. 360 pounds, it's too much. I need to lose like, I don't know, 120 in the next year. You know what? I don't care what those snow lovers say. I am so happy, so beyond happy that this week we're getting up to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Can you believe that? Knocking on wood. I'm hoping that it somewhat stays. I do see a drop, but it's not too bad of a drop. And we're already here in February. You know, it's Groundhog Day, and everyone was wondering what was Punxsutawney Phil's prediction. What was it going to be this morning? And sure enough, he saw his shadow, I believe. Is that how it works? Like if he sees his shadow, that means 6 more weeks of winter. And if he doesn't, it's an early spring. Is that how it works? Well, he predicted that there would be 6 more weeks of winter, but overall, Punxsutawney Phil absolutely sucks. He's ranked 17th out of 19 total marmots. I believe that's the word. Total creatures. I should just say creatures. He's 17th when it comes to accuracy. 35%. The 2 that are worse than he is, well, not necessarily. One of them is actually tied with him. Woody the Woodchuck, a groundhog in Michigan, I believe. I wish I still knew my state abbreviations. It says right here, I'm looking at the official chart from the NOAA.gov website. Woody the Woodchuck is about tied with Punxsutawney Phil. The worst one is Mojave Max, who's a tortoise in Nevada. 20% accuracy. The best person, the best one, the best creature, I should say, is the Staten Island Chuck, a groundhog in New York. It's in the zoo. 85% accuracy. Below that is Lander Lil, a prairie dog statue. Prairie dog statue? What? How does that work? It doesn't move. Lander Lil is not a groundhog, but a bronze statue of a prairie dog residing in Lander, Wyoming, on the grounds of the local post office. She was modeled after a real live prairie dog who lived in that area. In 2001, Lander Lil was stolen and a search party was organized to find her. She was later found at the town dump and returned home. I still don't know how that sees its shadow, maybe like the sun, the way that it reflects type of thing. I'm assuming that way. But the Staten Island Chuck lives in New York City's Staten Island Zoo. Despite being so reliable at foretelling the weather, his behavior can be a bit unpredictable, according to the website here. He once bit the hand of the mayor of New York City, but still, 85% accuracy. Does it say if that one predicted a spring, an early spring or a late winter? Not exactly sure, but let's just move on. I love this silly holiday. Let's do some Shine Down Searchlight on KBR 101. It is Super Bowl week. The American Gaming Association expects a record $1.76 billion to be bet on Super Bowl 60, but that amount could have been bigger if this year's matchup had more star power. Insiders point to last year when the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles featured key players like Patrick Mahomes and Saquon Barkley, along with the whole Taylor Swift spotlight adding to the mayhem. This year, the Seattle Seahawks and New England Patriots are good teams, but they lack that celebrity juice. Last year, there were no reported bets of $1 million or more on Super Bowl 59. This year, there are already 2 7-figure bets, one for $2 million from our old pal Mattress Mac and one for $1.2 million, both placed on the Patriots, who are a 4.5-point underdogs. As the amount of money spent on sports betting increases, so does the amount of money spent on Super Bowl commercials. This year, the cost of a Super Bowl television ad cracked 8 figures, with some slots selling for $10 million. It's a big jump from the $8 million spent on 30 seconds of time during last year's game, and it's a huge jump from Super Bowl I, which cost advertisers $37,500, or about $370,000 in today's dollars. You know, this is the 10th Super Bowl rematch in NFL history. The winner of the first meeting is 6-3 in the second meeting. The last time the Seahawks met the Patriots in the Super Bowl, the Patriots won. All right, a whole bunch of stuff talking about the Super Bowl. I see here more. It's a battle of the heavyweights. This will be the first Super Bowl since the 1970 NFL-AFL merger between teams that both ranked top 4 in scoring offense and in scoring defense. All right, so just some hockey news to not just make it all about football. If you're a hockey fan, you saw a lot of scoring at NHL rinks last month. The league broke a 40-year-old record for the most hat tricks, 3 goals by one player in a game, in a month as 30 players made them in January. That snapped the record of 29 in 1 month in December in 1985. However, the season-long record doesn't seem in danger of being broken. There were 139 in 1981 to 1982, and there have been 63 so far in the 2025-2026 season. A lot of numbers in today's Shot Clock Sports Update right here on K-Bear 101. If you're an old school metalhead, you're going to love this show, Testament, Overkill, and Destruction, live at the Complex. I believe it is on March 16th. I remember that date because I just think of Austin 316 Day. But yeah, Thrash of the Titans tour coming to the Complex in Salt Lake City, March 16th. Testament, Overkill, Destruction. If you want to win tickets for that show, I'll be giving those away at some point. I'll be giving a pair away at least this afternoon. On the show here, we'll play a little game. It'll be a riff type game where I have 3 to 5 seconds of a Testament song, like the riff from a Testament song. You have to be caller 20, guess that riff correctly in order to win those tickets for that show. It's going to be a fun show. I've heard Testament is awesome live. Overkill, I'm a big fan of those guys. Testament, Overkill, Destruction live at the Complex, the Thrash of the Titans tour. So listen extra carefully for that cue to call at 208-535-1015. I believe there's the start of a glizzy war happening between IKEA and Costco. You know, Costco is the king of having that $1.50 beef glizzy, the undisputed king of the food court. A new competitor has arrived to take the crown. Hot dogs, they're nothing new to IKEA's menu. I grew up fairly close to an IKEA. I've had their food before. The meatballs are fantastic. When you're not getting lost in the store, customers often make time for the food court to snack on anything from pizza to the meatballs that I just mentioned, a whole bunch of stuff in there. Well, they decided to unveil a half-meter hot dog stretching nearly 20 inches long, and it instantly makes Costco's famous $1.50 dog look bite-sized by comparison. It looks rather silly. I mean, could you imagine ordering this? You're trying to buy some furniture, and you have somebody like in your friend group, or maybe even your parents, your dads are like, hey, I want to go get that 20-inch hot dog from the food court. You got to go over there and get the massive, glizzy, the oversized snack. Was revealed in a January 30th social media post teasing more to love, more to enjoy, introducing her half-meter hot dog. But I believe it's only going to be released in the UAE from what I've seen. Yeah, right there. Right now, the giant dog appears to be limited to IKEA locations in the United Arab Emirates, where it's listed as at $5.17. No word yet on the rollout to the US, UK, or Canada. But if you want a hot dog real bad, just go to Costco for right now. Still, the $1.50 hot dog with a soda can't be beat, in my opinion. So apparently Cracker Barrel decided they're not just a restaurant anymore. They're a lifestyle mandate. Corporate employees traveling for work just got told, hey, if there's a Cracker Barrel nearby, that's where you're eating. Period. Doesn't matter if you're in New York, California, the middle of nowhere. They were told, hey, if there's a rocking chair outside and a gift shop inside, congratulations, that is lunch. And not we recommend it, not try to keep costs down. And straight up, you may not expense anything else, which means some poor corporate suit is sitting in Phoenix in July on his third chicken fried steak of the day, staring at the wall. Imagine explaining that to your family. Like, how was the business trip? Great. I now smell like gravy, and I've seen the same decorative shotgun rack in 6 different states. Unbelievable. I saw this getting posted all over my Facebook last night. Jarrell Big Baby Miller. what a great nickname. I bet he hates that. Or maybe he embraces it. I don't know. If I were Glenn Davis or this guy, being nicknamed Big Baby would be one of the worst things to ever happen to me. I mean, Glenn Davis is a giant, fat NBA player, and he wasn't all that good, couldn't jump. Reminded me of myself. But if I were to be called Big Baby by somebody and that's stuck, oh, man. Peaches is bad enough, but I couldn't imagine being named Big Baby. Jarrell Big Baby Miller got tagged in the second round with a nice uppercut. His hairpiece comes off. The crowd, of course, lost their mind. He ended up ripping it off and chucking it into the crowd mid-fight. He then won the fight. That's the new heavyweight danger sign. Watch out. That punch might not just knock your lights out. It might pop your toupee out like a prize from a cereal box, which is funny. Just embrace the bald, dude. You won't have to worry about getting hair punched off in front of everyone. You won't end up the viral highlight reel joke. Better to be a bald champ than the balding winner. I don't know. But yeah, just knock it off with the hair pieces, man. It's 2026. Embrace the bald head. Go to r/bald on Reddit. See all the dudes with the same struggle, shaving their head completely, looking much better afterward. Earlier today, I posted a nice little list, not necessarily little, a nice big list, I should say, of all the songs we have recently added to the playlist. It's up on our socials at KBear101FM on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I mean, I've been really trying to push the fact to other people that are in other states or maybe not even aware that we have such a great rock station here in the area. Hey, you should listen to us. You should listen to us if you're here in the area. If you're listening to us via your radio, you can listen to us outside of your commute. You can literally listen to us at any time of the day. I mean, you can listen to us via your Amazon Alexa, your Google Home device, even at kbear.fm. It's the easiest way to find out what we're doing, what we're playing, what we're talking about, kbear.fm. If you're at work, you want to put those headphones in, ignore your coworkers yapping in the background, listen to us, kbear.fm. Like I will always say, there's no excuse not to listen. So this is what we're doing now, getting travel advice from AI and then physically showing up to places that do not exist. Hundreds of tourists went to a small town in Tasmania looking for these hot springs, except the hot springs were basically an AI daydream that got posted on a travel advice site, shared around like it was real, and next thing you know, you've got people in hiking boots standing in the dirt like, where's the magical spa at? And the locals are like, buddy, the only thing bubbling here is our patience, really. It's the modern version of a treasure map kind of thing. It's all made up, though, by Chat GPT. The scary part isn't even the fake hot springs. It's the stat a big chunk of people are using AI to plan trips now like it's a tour guide, which is insane because AI will confidently send you to a restaurant that closed in 2017 and then recommend you finish your day by visiting a museum that was actually a dentist office, that type of thing. I mean, you might as well. You're better off just going to that little kiosk at the airport where they have all those free brochures with some coupons inside to make sure you go to the real touristy spots. I did that when I got back home to California. I was like, hey, there might be some good coupons in here. And sure enough, my girlfriend was all over that thing because they were free brochures and she had a whole lot of junk for her scrapbook. She loves collecting junk for her scrapbook. And you know what? It's super easy to make her happy by giving her a coaster from the restaurant we went to, that type of thing. And then she then uses it for her fun art project. Let's do some From Ashes to New, Drag Me, right here on KBear 101. Customs officials in Belarus received an unexpected traveler in a car that was shipped all the way from the United States. A raccoon. That's right, a raccoon. The car was part of a larger shipment arriving by sea, and when inspectors opened it up, they found the furry stowaway fast asleep on the dashboard. The animal was taken to a local veterinary station where staff say he immediately showed a big appetite, especially for eggs for some reason. Officials described the raccoon as friendly, surprisingly well-mannered. They've even expanded his menu. Along with eggs, he's now enjoying crab sticks, fresh grapes. They've given him a name too, Senya, and he'll remain in quarantine for a few more days. After that, authorities will decide whether he'll settle into a new life at the local zoo or be released into the forest. I mean, this guy's getting fed better than me. Just like when we talked about getting locked into a room previously on this afternoon show to lose weight. I wish that could happen to me, is feed me eggs and fresh grapes and crab sticks. That sounds like good protein and healthy fats and all that. Anyway, that's today's What the Headline right here on K-Bear 101. I absolutely love to see this. Minivan sales, they surged 21% last year. Millennial dads just wanting a minivan. I have been saying that for a very long time, that minivans highly underrated. They have the horsepower. They have the cargo room. They have room for you and your friends. They have leg room. They have a great navigation system on the inside. All right, we rented, when I went to California 2 weeks back, we rented a 2013 Toyota Sienna. And sure enough, it was old, and it had some dents here and there, and the paint was coming off and all of that. Like, the person did not take care of it. But overall, it was still a quality vehicle. We had enough room for baggage, our friends. There was a group of 5 of us in there at one point, and a few of my friends are rather big, but still, we all fit in there. It was great. Minivans, oh, they're awesome. I totally plan on having a nice minivan as my next car, whenever that will be. You know what? I completely forgot to talk about the Royal Rumble at the beginning part of the show. I watched that on Saturday at Shaggy's house. Shout out to him. He's awesome. He always does watch parties with his friends and invited me last minute at the Lieutenant Crane Family Feud showing in Rexburg. He was there with his family, and he was like, dude, we're going to watch the Royal Rumble at my place if you want to come. I'm like, sure, would love to. I love watching the Royal Rumble every single year. I don't even know half the wrestlers anymore. And WWE did a thing where they combined, where they got together with like the Lucha Underground Wrestling and the TNA and whatever. And so most of these superstars have come from other companies, and I have absolutely no idea who some of them are. And what's funny is that most of the contestants this year, in this year's men's Royal Rumble, were just dudes in masks. Like, I thought it was Rey Mysterio times 12. Because the only guy in a mask that I know that wrestles, or I mean 2 guys that I know that wrestle in masks, are Nacho Libre and Rey Mysterio. Other than that, I know nothing about those lucha wrestlers because I never grew up watching them. But I'm sure they're a big deal in other countries around the world, especially like in Mexico or Spain, you know, that type of thing. But it was okay. But I had the whole thing spoiled for me thanks to SportsCenter. Screw you, SportsCenter. All right, I blocked WWE on Saturday because the whole thing took place in Saudi Arabia, out of all places. And so they're so far ahead in time that it had to be broadcast on Netflix at 11 a.m. We ended up having the watch party at 5 p.m. So I did my best to try to avoid any spoilers whatsoever. I deleted actually the ESPN app off of my phone. I then blocked WWE, and then right as I log onto Facebook, the first thing I see is the winner of the men's Royal Rumble. I was so upset. I'm not even going to say it here because if somebody's still wanting to watch it, I'm not going to say the winner. Go ahead and watch it. I'm hoping it wasn't spoiled for you if you're delayed on watching it. Luckily enough, that was the only thing that was spoiled for me, but still at the same time, that was like the only match I was excited for. I watched the Women's Royal Rumble. That was fun, but it is funny how in Saudi Arabia, they can't wear their usual outfits. They can only wear like these leotards, and they were all making jokes about how they look like Power Rangers. But I know why they keep going back to Saudi Arabia because it's all about the money, but at the same time, nobody else likes it. I mean, besides the people in Saudi Arabia, of course. But other than that, nobody here in the U.S. likes when they go over there. They have that stupid Crown Jewel pay-per-view or PLE, whatever it's called, that's over there. Nobody likes that. And this year's Royal Rumble wasn't all that great, wasn't all that bad, but at the same time, why just have it early? And SportsCenter, why spoil it like that for everybody? You know, just I should have blocked them too. Now I know for next year. Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, a.k.a. Brendan Peach, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.